What's up, everybody? Here we are, another Thursday night with the grind. Let me try to set this phone up real quick, like. Oh, I probably got it damn backwards. So anyway, we have been working on the bike a lot lately. Actually, every night. Good evening, Mr. Bruno. So we've been working on the bike every night. Me and my buddy Donald and my buddy Jared. What's up, Bobby? Thanks for watching. I'm getting sick. It's very, very true. I'm hoping and praying that I don't get too sick because I took tonight off because one of my buddies is at the Texans game, and my other buddy, he had some stuff he had to get done tonight. So, what's up, Ollie? Manuel. But anyway, I want to talk about some stuff about an aspect of the business and the industry that even to the best of your ability, you still can succumb to portions of it. One thing is that, like, we'll take me, for example, because, I can talk about myself instead of watching everybody else. Hello, Ellen. Thanks for watching. Is the business side of your business. Let's say you're a good seat guy, or you're a good bike builder, or you're a good chrome guy, or you're a good, hello, Lexi. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. So let's just say you're in a business. You own a business some type, somehow, some way in the motorcycle industry. So some things you need to take into consideration when you get into the industry, what's up, Juan, is that you are always going to have a critic, okay? People are going to criticize you for what you do. They're going to criticize you for 1,001 different reasons. What's up, Dan? So what you need to understand is that, first of all, you have to have the passion to do this. Whatever you're doing, whether you're doing seats like me, bike builds like me, you're doing painting. Yes, we are getting ready for Galveston. You're doing painting like Robert Clark or Eric Contreras or there's 1,000 painters out there that they're badass painters. Not really 1,000, but my point is, it doesn't matter what part of the business you're in. You got into it because you love what you do. Okay, with that being said, just because you love what you do does not mean it's good enough. Okay, you may be the best painter in the world, or you may be the best seat guy in the world, or you may be the best bike builder in the world, or the best metal fabricator, or whatever. In some cases, you may be the best wheel manufacturer. It doesn't matter. Just because you're good doesn't mean you're going to be successful. There's a lot of key factors in owning a business and being successful. One of them is the biggest one in my mind is customer service. Knowing what you're worth. Knowing a good customer from a bad customer. Because let's face it, not all customers are good. Some of them you need to let go of. So whenever you get into your business, you need to decide: am I going to commit myself to this business? Am I going to commit myself to what I'm doing? Commit myself to the craft. Okay, so there's some seat guys out there that do it full time. They make a great living. And I hope and pray that they're smart with their money, so that when they get too old to see straight and too old, the customer is not always right. I have found that out, Miss Lexi. I appreciate your input, though. We'll get to that here in a minute, though. I'll tell you where the customer is not right. So when you get into business, you have to learn that it's more than about doing a service that you do. You have to be good with people. Now, if you're not good with people, what you need to do is hire somebody into your organization that is good with people. Because the biggest thing I found out being in business, and I'll let everybody know this right now, I have been successfully, now when I say successfully, I'll explain in a minute. I've been successfully self-employed to one degree or another for 21 years. I didn't go to the Harvard School of Business. I learned literally through that little thing everybody makes fun of is the School of Hard Knocks. Well, the School of Hard Knocks is actually harder than Harvard. It actually sucks. It sucks really bad. It sucks getting up at 5 a.m., hitting the streets, if that's the kind of business you've got, looking for your customers, going out there practically begging people just to, hey, man, will you help me? Okay, Dan, I appreciate you. Yes, Lexi, she is all right. I dig it. Anyway, let me get back on topic. So my topic is that you got to find somebody that can help you with your business if you can't do it. So when you typically start your first business, you're going to start one of two ways. You're either going to start with money. Who, me? I'm gross. I'm sorry. Uh, anyway, um, oh my God, y'all getting me off topic. I'm trying to be serious for a second. Okay, so my point was is that you have to set things up, because if you don't set your business up and understand, okay, for first of all, I'll use me like I said. I used to have a mobile car wash and detail company. Started that company September 25th of 1997. I owned that company for right at 10 years, and then I sold it. I sold it not because it wasn't making money, but because I could no longer devote my time to it, because I started doing motorcycle seats. They started taking off really good, and I was making more money doing motorcycle seats than I was with the car wash. Now, in that car wash, when I first started, I legitimately would hit the streets every single day, Monday through Sunday. I mean, I broke my back trying to make that business work. With the help of some people, some real estate agents, I was able to start getting some business. Now, once I started getting the business, I had to secure that business. Securing that business was twice as hard as getting it, because when you do it, people give you money, they expect a service. So what I learned over the last 21 years is if they pay you 20 bucks, give them $40 worth of service. They'll come back every single time. If you give them $10 worth of service and they paid you 20, they will never use you again. People have to feel like they're getting more than they're paying for. Now, if you fast forward just a little bit, let's say we get going really good and I'm finally making a good enough living that I can put a little bit of money in the bank, make sure the lights are on and there's food on the table. So I see an opportunity to possibly grow that business. So I was like, all right, well, I'm going to invest back into my company. I'll buy another mobile unit and I'll hire someone to run it. The moment that you do that, you've got an investment of, let's just say for shits and giggles, $5,000. You do that. Now you have an employee that owes you $5,000 instantly worth of work. He doesn't physically owe you that, but what he has to do is he has to go out and he has to make sure that he's making you enough money that you can pay your $5,000 back either to the bank or to yourself. The bad thing is what most people don't tell you is that for every single employee you hire, you lose a small percentage of quality because they don't look at your business the way you look at your business. Okay, example, my car wash. So when I would go out to wash somebody's car, I had a package service. Package 20 bucks, package 50 bucks, package 100 bucks. Of course, it's easy. I love Jesse James choppers. I love Jesse James. I think he's awesome. So anyway, I'll offer 3 different packages. Being the owner of the business, if I went and did somebody's car and they bought a $20 package, if I noticed a couple of little things that wouldn't take me a couple minutes to fix, I'd go in and do those extras. My employees, on the other hand, won't do that. They get in, they get out because they're going to be paid commission or they're going to be paid an hourly rate. So they don't, if they're paid hourly, they don't really give a shit how much money they make because they're getting paid hourly anyway. But if you pay them commission, at least they've got some type of incentive to work a little bit harder, a little bit faster. But when they do that, they're more concerned with their money now than they are with the quality of the service because they don't own the company and they don't care if the customer comes back or not. Now, with all of that being said, fast forward a little bit. Okay, I ended up selling the car wash. I grew it. It got really, really big. And then I couldn't devote enough time to it running the car wash and running the motorcycle seat business. I had to decide which one of those I was going to give up. So I decided I would sell the car wash business because A, you're out in the sun all day. It's going to make you look older because you're all in the sun and your skin is drying out. The motorcycle seat, I got to sit inside my air-conditioned shop and I got to sew all day, or I got to lay fiberglass, or I got to shape foam, whatever. I liked it better, so I did that. Now, I've had employees work for me doing seats, because let's face it, laying fiberglass is not rocket science. But here and again, you hire an employee to do that. They're not going to put quite as much into it as if they own the company. Hello, DW. How you doing? It's good to have you back. What's up, Mr. Bruno? So, like when I was doing motorcycle seats, I hired a couple of people, and I just, because I didn't know who I was looking for to do motorcycle seats with me. So what I did is I had a learning curve there, but then I ended up realizing through all the employees of the car wash that money is not the factor when it comes to people working for you. So you could pay somebody $100 an hour to work for you, and you're going to end up with a crappy employee. You could pay someone $10 an hour, and they may end up being the best employee. My point is that I found out over the 21 years that if you hire somebody really, really slow, take your time, do your due diligence, do a background check, really interview them. You know, ask them the questions, ask them what the scenarios, and give them scenarios and stuff where they're going to be, put so you can find out what their character and stuff is. Boom. Once you do that, you hire an employee. So my motto is hire slow and fire fast. If somebody does something wrong to you, give them the opportunity to explain why they did it. If at that point in time you have a gut feeling that they're just making up a load of crap just to get by the situation, fire them. Fire them right then. Texas is a right to work state, so you can get away with it. Now, when you do that, if you're going to be a legitimate business, you better be ready to pay unemployment or workman's comp. God damn it, not workman's comp, unemployment. Because they're going to want to go down to the Texas Workforce Commission and they're going to want to draw unemployment on you. Well, depending on how or why they got fired or they were released from their duties, dictates whether or not you have to pay. Now, fast forward even further than that. I found out that doing the motorcycle seats, doing the fabrication work, things of that nature, it always worked out better to me if I did it myself. I would teach myself how to do it, and then you hire people in and you teach them how to do it. Even though you hire people in to do this type of work for you, whether it's, fabrication, it's whatever it is. Help would be awesome. Ellen, I'm just talking about the business aspect of being in business. You're so lost right now. Okay, so let me catch everybody up. Okay, so this is the grind. I typically interview motorcycle or motorcycle related people in the industry. Lexi, if you've never watched before, I've interviewed people from Aaron Green to Frank Stancato to Lance Curley. I don't know how to say his last name, Wogman. I've interviewed Art Steele from All Star Baggers. I've interviewed Mike Campbell from Evil Iron Customs, so forth, so on. It's gotten to the point now that I started a bike build off, and I'm actually the first contestant. I'm a garage jockey, which means I don't do it full time. I just do it for fun. But I built myself a bike, and I'm going against Dave Mozingo from Sinworks in South Carolina. So you will get to see here, like tomorrow or tomorrow night or possibly Saturday, you will get to see more videos on the grind page right here. If you just go scroll down, you can go see videos of me building my bike. And me. Okay, so let me get back on topic. So what I'm doing tonight, Lexi, is I'm explaining the other aspects of being in business in the motorcycle industry or a real estate agent. It doesn't matter what business you're in. Just going to put yourself in a business, trying to navigate yourself through the waters of staying in business, because it's really, really hard. So my point is that when you do hire people, you hire them really, really slow, and then you fire them really, really fast. The reason for that is everybody has a bad day. They come to work late. I get it. But if you got an employee that's coming to work late 3 or 4 days a week because he's hungover, you probably need to let him go, because the situation as that lays out, if someone's going to start coming to work late, every other day or so with alcohol on their breath, it just means they've got a drinking problem. They have a drinking problem, they're going to end up having a quality problem with your whatever it is you're selling. So you want to let that go really, really fast. I have found out I've had probably 4 or 5 employees in 21 years that I really could not afford to keep them because they were just that good. Because they actually cared about what they were doing. They cared not so much that it was my business or they were working for me. They cared about what their end product was working for me. If my company was more successful, and I have no problems admitting that, I don't make millions of dollars a year in my company. My company is a very small, modest company. Simply because I did not want to grow it that big. Because when you grow it that big, you got to look at a whole lot of different factors, and I wasn't ready to face those. I just wanted something, make some good side money. Like I said, I did this business, I was self-employed for at least 11 years, busting butt, getting it every day, making money, doing my thing. And then I decided to get into the chemical plant industry, which I love it. It's just like my own business too. I work for myself. I do what my bosses tell me. I know it's kind of an oxymoron to say I work for myself and I do what my bosses tell me. My bosses are not micromanagers, is basically what I mean. They let me do my thing, start my day, end my day. As long as I get my jobs done, they just leave me alone, which I'm the kind of employee that if I do something, I'm going to do it to the best of my ability, regardless if I'm getting paid for it or not. Now, with that being said, let's go to the competition side of business. So here we go. So let's say motorcycle seats, painters, bike builders. There's always competition. And it's not so much that they're actual competition, but they do things differently than you may do them. They run their businesses a little differently than you would run it. It's a little bit of flavor. It gives customers an opportunity to pick more than just one style of bike to be built or one style of seat to be built. But you often get sometimes what I like to call haters and what everybody else in this industry likes to call haters. They see you doing something and they're not happy for you. They want to dig down on you. Whether you're building a bike, building a seat, painting a bike, doing metal work, it doesn't really matter. I do know one thing that I'm starting to see, and I'd like to believe I had something to do with it, and that's just to feed my ego, is that I'm starting to see like a lot of the painters really get along with each other. A lot of the painters are there to help each other. I'm also starting to see the bike builders actually get along really, really well and want to help each other. And a couple of the seat guys out there are actually befriended me because I do seats. And they're doing everything they can to help me. They've offered their help on so many situations where I needed a little bit of assistance or whatnot. And I appreciate that. On the other hand, you still got the haters. You still got other seat builders that can't stand me. And then you got other painters that can't stand other painters. You've got other bike builders that can't stand other bike builders. But in reality, what you're looking at here is the fact that I know I don't care who you are. If you're a bike builder, you're a painter, you're a seat guy, you're a chrome plater, you're a wheel manufacturer, you're a parts manufacturer, you don't know everything. It's never going to happen. I'm sorry, your ability to be perfect every single day is impossible. Your ability to do your best is not. Your ability to treat people with respect is not. You can do that perfectly every day. Damn, Dan, get him, son. I'm not saying his name. He requested that I keep his name out of my mouth, so I won't be saying his name. I'm going to respect him for that. But my point is that you have people in the industry that are extremely supportive. I've also found out that those people, I don't know if it's karma, I don't know if it's just coincidence, but typically the nicer the people and the more that they're willing to, offer up to their competitors, their peers, whatever you want to call them, it seems like those guys flourish. They do great in business. Is it because it's their personality? Is it because they run a good business? Is it because they offer a good service? I don't know. I tend to think it's karma. I tend to think if, you get what you give. I tend to think if you're nice to people, they're going to be nice back. Occasionally, you have to be mean to people. Occasionally, you have to defend yourself. Occasionally, you just have to do what you don't want to do. And that is call people out. That is, push back when they're pushing on you. I'm not an advocate of it by any means, but I'm damn sure not going to be a pushover either. So y'all take that for what you want. Back to the business side of this, though, not to get off topic. If anybody wants to come on here live and go live with me, I'll bring you on. We can talk about this business. You can tell me how you do your business and what's gotten you successful and how, helped you go far. So anybody feel free to push. Oh, hold on. I got to pad that button so y'all can be added on. All right. I just turned it on, so y'all should be able to be added on now. Is Lexi still watching? Did I answer her questions at all? If I did, Lexi, will you throw up some like signs so I can see that? Everybody else, push the share button. Let's share these videos and get them out there. Otherwise, it might end up being a little bit of a shorter video tonight, man. I'm not feeling good. I'm going to take some NyQuil, and I got to be up at 5 a.m. to go to my day job, my good job, the job I love. I would have liked to have shown you guys the bike, but I feel like y'all have seen it enough. You know what? Screw it. I'm going to show y'all the bike. Y'all want to see the bike? If you want to see the bike I'm building, throw up all those little love signs. Not the like sign. Throw me up some hearts. There we go. All right, let's go downstairs and look real quick. Because I'm not working on it tonight. I'm tired. I feel like I'm getting sick. Maybe next month my wife ordered me a camera for my computer so I can go live. Yeah, you can. I'm walking down my stairs. Let me flip this thing around real quick so y'all can see it. If y'all like what I'm doing so far, please comment. Please throw me up some love. Y'all ready to see it? Let's go. All right, there we go. So I got the primary on. I've still got to put the starter in. I made my own cover for my coil cover and my motor mount. I made that. Y'all digging on it? I've got tools everywhere, bro. I'm still got to work on the exhaust. But so what do y'all think? A little bit of a teaser for you guys. So now, all right, I hooked y'all up. I let y'all see what's going on. Thanks, Mike. I appreciate it. You're still not coming to Galveston? No, the tank's not back yet, Ellen, but I will say this. The painter sent me some pictures of it tonight. Hoo-wee. Are you going to be in Galveston, Lexi? You can see it in person. Anyway. Yeah, I was kind of torn on the paint job because I didn't want it to be just a standard rock and roll paint job. So let me ask y'all a question. How many of you guys out there like the copper colored handlebars? Because that's the part that's I'm getting them scrap from. People don't like the copper colored handlebars. No, sir. Damn it. No, sir, you don't like the copper handlebars? Or no, sir, you're not coming to Galveston? Brendan's on here? All right, there we go. Not blue. I don't like blue. I've had 2 blue bikes. I've still got a blue bike. I don't like blue. Bruno, tell Tom to stop beating me up over blue. Don't cry, Ollie. I promise you, starting right that first week after the rally, you got to come over and help me on your bike, buddy. We're going to get yours done up next. Oh, there we go. I'm breaking up. Everybody, it's like a bad Oriental movie. Anyway, so back to the business side of this stuff I was talking about. So just like when I started the grind page to basically have a format for people to say how they feel, to see if they're getting screwed over by somebody. Messenger. I'm not on Messenger. What the hell? I'm not on Messenger. Anyway, I started the grind so that people would have a place that they could actually either call people out or they could actually have a conversation with people live. I could interview people, and then it turned into the Biker Build-Off. I love the Biker Build-Off because I think even though my episode of this Biker Build-Off wasn't what I expected it to be, I got a funny feeling if the next 2 contestants actually sign on and do it, it's going to be one to watch. It's going to be really freaking good. I'm hoping it'll be really good. But anyway, so anybody want to chime in on anything, get on here with me? Easy Cowboy. I like them, bro. Something different. Yeah, I do. Copper and chrome and red. Awesome. Right on. Righty on. I do see you, Rico. I do. Are you pushing that add button? Maybe I can add you. No, but it's only showing me 2 people. Show me 3 people. It's not letting me add you. Did you just get out of bed? Sweetheart, no, I didn't just get out of bed. I've been up since 5 a.m. I mean, that's Central Time. So right now it is 9:25 p.m. I've been up since 5 a.m. this morning. I'm tired. I'm just tired. That's all it is. But anyway, back to the business side of this. So the reason that I'm saying all this, Kevin, you like tired. Maybe go inside and hammer one out. It'll make you feel better. Well, I would say that would be awesome. That would be really, really awesome. You can't yawn on TV. I'm sorry. Hold on, wait. But thanks for having my back, Buck. I appreciate that. Thanks for watching too. Uh, I can't go and hammer one out. My wife is sick. I don't think she's in the mood for anything like that. Um, but anyway, so back to the business side. Now you got me blushing. Look, I'm red as a tomato. Shit. Back to business. So my point is that if you're going to be in business, A, you got to have thick skin. B, you got to have some kind of a plan to what you're going to do. Then you're going to actually have to be swallow your pride enough to ask for help. Because respectfully, man, you can't ever do all of it on your own. You're going to have to ask people for help. I have an extremely good support group. Right on. Oh, no, I won't do that at all, Lexi. I won't. Anyway, my point is, I do have a good support group. One of the main people that has helped me with this bike is Brian Barber from Sinners and Saints. He's in Ohio, but he's always willing to answer the phone, and walk me through stuff that I didn't know or help me figure stuff out. My other support group is my buddy that lives in Seattle, Washington. That's my best friend, and he lives there, and we talk every day, or as much as we can, and he helps me out with a lot, waving with dynamite. Oh, I don't get that, Lexi. But he helps me out with design stuff, like the Star motor mount, talking to him about it, having him as a soundboard. And I do know one thing about Troy. He won't lie to me. He's not going to sugarcoat anything. If he really doesn't think that it flows with the overall build of the bike, he'll tell me. Now, you do better. Now, change it. He's there. The other part of my support system is my other best friend right here in Houston, Donald Newsom. That guy comes over relentlessly, and he's always willing to help me do the small stuff. He's been over here this whole week helping me build the bike and put it back together. My other buddy, Jared, he's been in here helping me the last couple of nights. My other buddy, Shannon, God bless him. I know he'd be here if he could be, and I'm going to leave it at that right now. But anyway, y'all keep him in prayers. He needs your strength right now. But he would be here if he could. And that's my support group, my 5 ride or dies. To one degree or another, they help me. When you're going to be in business, you need that kind of help. You need that kind of support, because there's going to be some bad days. There's going to be good days. Hopefully, God willing, there'll be more good than there is bad. But having a support system, whether it's a support system to tell you the truth, whether it's a support system to help you physically do stuff. I mean, hell, I've had to borrow money from people before because things just weren't working out right now. I've had to lend money before. You just got to utilize your support system. Don't think you're too big and too bad that you can just do everything on your own, because you can't. I hate to bring this guy's name up, but he's one of the reasons I even started the grind, and that's Mr. Cesar. I've forgotten his last name. Anyway, Zar Zamora from Mastermind Designs. He's the reason I'm all here. Simply because he did something. I know the guy's busting his ass, but he just can't do it on his own. It's a choice he's making at this point, but I don't down him for it. He just needs more help. He needs to get people in the right places. Okay, so since Ellen has asked a very, very good question, what are the game plans for Galveston? So here's what we're doing. So give me just a minute. I'm going to explain a little bit and get to that point. So everybody knows I'm a garage jockey. I've never built one of these bikes from this point forward. I have taken off this coming week so I can make sure I can get all the wiring done, get the motor running. My plans are to go down there Friday. The plans for the grind show are going to be from 10 a.m. until about 4:30 p.m. We're supposed to tentatively be set up on what I would consider the west side of the main stage on the seawall. It's at 21st Street and the seawall. There'll be a 10x10 booth with both bikes, mine and Dave's, sitting out there. It's a ballot box voting. So when you get there to the show, you have to sign a piece of paper and drop it in American Drag Seats box, or you drop it in Sunworks box. At the end of the 4:30 or whatever time that is, somebody that's neutral is going to count those votes and tally them up. The person with the most votes from the show wins. I'm going to go on and say it because I'm trusting him. Art Steele has built the trophy for the winner. So at about 5 o'clock or 5:30 is when we will actually give the trophy out. Yeah, right. Park it at Walmart. So the tentative plans are 10 a.m. till about 4:30, 5 o'clock on Saturday on the seawall and 21st Street, right by the main stage. From 10 till about 4:30, 5 o'clock, you actually come, you register, you just sign a piece of paper, you vote for your bike and put it in the ballot box. 5:30, 6 o'clock-ish, they're going to unveil who actually won the official first Grind Biker Build-Off. After that, it's party time. And when I say it's party time, I mean party time for me could be going back to the beach house and going to sleep, or party time may be open up some cold ones and just get hammered. I don't know. I'm just hoping and praying I get the bike finished by then. I'm hoping and praying that I can ride it by then. One thing I will guarantee, and I'm not too proud to say it, if I can't get it started, I'm going to trailer it down there just so everybody can see it, because I'm not going to do that to everybody. Yeah, he did say that. Will it be voting off of Facebook as well? Now, see, Ellen, that's a good point. So Dave has said that he doesn't think that we should do that, because he tends to think that everything would go in my favor just because I started the grind. It's my page and everything. I don't tend to believe that. I think when both bikes are done, I think what we need to do is post the pictures up and do like I did last time, where it was like a poll. Who do you think's going to win? This bike or this bike? Or I might do like I've done before and post a picture of his bike on top, my bike on bottom, and then have it to where you just basically comment with top or bottom. I think that would be good to do, even if we just had a Facebook vote, you know. But here and again, I don't want to step on his feet. If he doesn't want to do that, I don't want to offend him. The guy's coming all the way from South Carolina. I mean, for heaven's sakes, they just had a big, huge storm up there. So I know he got a lot of stuff going on besides the bike building. I will say that you know, I sincerely hope and pray that he shows up, and I know it's going to be a good. It's going to be a very good. It's going to be a good show. It's going to be a good thing. Live poll set time. I think I would probably do the live poll as soon as we saw his bike. I think I would do the live poll, start it right then, and have it go from the same time, from the 10 a.m. till 4:30 p.m. Anything after 4:30 p.m., it's done. It's over with. Well, see, but the other side of that coin is I think also that I've been on here. Everybody that's following, just, you know, like Dan Whelan, the guy has been on this show from the beginning, watching, doing everything. I mean, he defends me. If anybody ever says anything negative about me, he defends me. What if someone neutral posted pictures? That would be awesome. But the whole premise of this show was basically to just show building a bike, you know, and in my case, it was from a frame only, building that bike up to what it is, a completed project. I wanted Dave to do that too, but because of his work schedule, building other customers' bikes and having two shops, he said he couldn't do it. Now, I'm not mad at him for not doing it. I'm disappointed that he didn't do it, because I think it would have gotten a lot more, the page would have had a lot more followers, and it would have been a little bit bigger of a deal than it is. But the reality is I did what I said I was going to do. I put it on Facebook. The videos are there. The proof is in the pudding. I plan on doing another video tomorrow night or either Saturday. Yeah, see, I think that's true. Cool, Ellen. Appreciate that. If you could do that, that would help me out. I appreciate that. So, but that would be awesome. But yeah, to have it to where, you know, everybody could see what I did. I didn't buy a gas tank. I bought two halves from Brendan, and then I built my gas tank. I made it sit the way I wanted it to sit. You know, I there's so much of the bike that I had to hand build that I actually built the bike. Now, I know Dave built his too, but I don't have any pictures of it. I don't have any videos of it or anything like that to say he built it or he didn't build it. I believe that he built it. What's the date? November 3rd. 10 a.m. till about 4:35 p.m. November 3rd. So I think I will do that if Dave is not too beat up about it. I think I will go on there and have somebody do a poll with the pictures of the bike, top, bottom, or however we're going to do it. American Drag Seats or Synworks, one of the two. Well, and you know, it is what it is. And you know, you very well could be. It could be a brotherhood, and I just get kicked right out in the teeter for it. I don't know. But the reality is I'm hoping and praying that they judge these bikes. You know, the general public judges them, and the general public goes off what they see. The bike builders, professionals can come in there and vote. Anybody is open to vote. You just get one vote, though. You can't do multiple votes. Yes, Dan is. He's my buddy. He does that. Anyway, so that's my whole point. I kind of think it would be kind of cool to have a Facebook vote to go in to coincide with it at the rally, because there's a lot of people at the rally don't even know this bike build off is going on. There's a lot of people at the rally don't know who I am, don't know who Dave is. So I think it's going to be very impartial when they do that. People are going to walk up and just judge the bikes for the bikes. Now, when they get to the booth, I'm definitely going to tell them, hey, go to the grind page, like it, follow it. There's more biker build-offs going to be coming in the future. And hopefully we'll get a whole lot of new people coming in. So November 3rd, 10 to 4, voting at the grind booth at the Lone Star Rally on the Seawall and 21st Street by the main rock and roll stage, concert stage. But yeah, so there you go. So that's what we're going to do. I want to give a shout out to Mr. Dan Whelan. The dude has really, he's been on here for a while. I know I give him a hard time because that pornographic profile picture he's got, I wish he would change it. But I just want to give a shout out to him because every time, you know, he gets on here, there's always, if there's any kind of drama or something going on, he always has my back, you know, and I don't ask him to. He just does it because that's the way he feels. So I just want to give a shout out and say I appreciate it. It's a Facebook live show. You kind of need to keep them involved. I agree 100%, Ellen. I could not agree more with you on that. Is Dave watching? So Democrats can't vote. They vote in fishy ways. Dead people vote 2 and 3 times. That's funny you said that. But anyway, anybody can vote. Anybody can vote. So I appreciate that. Let's see what Lexi. Dave is going against Kevin in a bike build off, and we are supposed to show videos and pictures of the builds as they happen. Well, let's just say Kevin has been very active and Dan has been a bit of a ghost. Have you made any business cards for the grind? No, I have not made business cards for the grind because the grind itself right now isn't a business. So I'm just going to be passing out my own business cards. But at the rally itself, I am going to be trying to get as many people to follow the grind there and hopefully get it bigger than my business and then just let everything work out that way. But no, I haven't gotten business cards for the grind, no. But I will say this, I've been talking to Michelle Rowe, and she's working with me on possibly getting stickers for the grind. Not funny. What's not funny? I'm lost here. Hold on, wait. Hey, Kevin and I agree with Dan with showing bikes. Yes, that's right. Hey, Lori, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Everybody be sure to push the share button. Share the video. I want to get the shares up as high as I get the comments on this thing. If you're watching, it's just 2 seconds. Push share, you're done. You ain't even put a comment. Just push share. What? I'm not even on Messenger. Why does it keep saying that? Good Lordy. Anyway, so message for unable to receive messages. Device memory full. Good night, Rico. I appreciate you guys. Yeah, I think I'm going to call it a night here in a couple of minutes, too, because my throat's really hurting, and I need to get in the house and take some NyQuil and get some sleep. 5 a.m. comes fast. Anyway, so I want to also thank DW JoJo for watching. She has a show that she does called Knees in the Breeze. Y'all need to go over to YouTube and watch that. She also does live shows on her Facebook page. It's a good deal. She's from Dallas. Anyway, there's a lot of cool people out there. Y'all need to get, float around to some of the different groups, float around to some of the different people, stuff of that later. Don't spank it too hard. Dude, change your profile picture, please. Oh, Troy, you're here. You're late. We're about to go night-night. What's up, Mr. Krumer? Man, I heard you guys kicked a little ass up in Daytona. Is that true or is that false? Oh, well, he'll answer me in a minute. Yeah, they actually did. They actually kicked some butt up there in Daytona at the Rats Hole show, and I think they did something at the Cabbage Patch. So that's really, really cool. Anyway, so I am actually going to call it a good night. I hope y'all appreciate it. Y'all did have a great week. That's awesome. Anyway, so unfortunately, I'm going to call it quits for tonight. My throat's hurt. My sinuses are killing me, and I'm actually achy. So I'm not complaining. Just saying it's one of those things, but 5 a.m. does come pretty quick. So anyway, all of you guys, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Please push the share button. Please go over to the Grind page, like it, follow it, share it, and let your friends know about it. And let's just keep getting it as big as possible. Let's get this thing growing really, really big. Anyhow, you guys have a great night. Peace and love each other. Later.